The Life of Pain, Nagato. Nagato, also known as Pain, was the acknowledged leader of the Akatsuki and a god of Omega. Except for Conan, all Akatsuki members referred to him as leader, and he always directed the conduct of the rest of the group and retained authority over them. He had, however, surreptitiously conspired with Uchiha Madara. Nagato, according to Madara, is a descendant of the Uzumaki clan. During the Second Great Shinobi World War, Nagato resided in a village near Omega with his parents. Two Konoha shinobis broke into their home hunting for food one day, unknowing that it was still occupied. Nagato's parents, believing they were about to be slain, attacked the two in order for Nagato to flee. The Konoha ninjas murdered his parents after mistaking them for enemy ninjas. Nagato, overcome with sadness, summoned his Rinnegan and slaughtered the assailants. He'd come to regard this as the first great pain of his life. With his family gone, he began touring the countryside, knocking on doors and asking for food. He eventually encountered a dog named Chibi and, later, Conan and Yahiko, who joined him on his quest for food. When the fighting was over, the three orphans encountered the Sanins. Instead of returning to Konoha with his teammates, Jiraiya resolved to teach the three how to care for themselves. Nagato and Yahiko were ambushed by an Iwagyu ninja shortly after Jiraiya moved in with the orphans. Nagato reactivated his Rinnegan to protect Yahiko, killing the ninja in the process. When Jiraiya discovered this, he resolved to teach them ninjutsu. Nagato was overcome with emotion after murdering the ninja and sought Jiraiya for assistance in protecting Conan and Yahiko. Jiraiya's reaction was for Nagato to mature and use his sight to locate the world peace that they both desired. Jiraiya returned to Konoha 3 years later, when the orphans had matured into capable ninjas. Over the years, Jiraiya would hear news of the three's adventures, which generally included of the death of someone who resisted the group. Eventually, he received word that they had all died. In reality, Nagato, Conan, and Yahiko set off on a quest to discover serenity. They became full-fledged Omega ninjas and gained disciples who shared their anti-war ideals. Omega's leader, Hanzo, saw the gang as a threat to his rule and conspired with Konoha's root to assassinate them. Hanzo drew Nagato, Yahiko, and Conan into an ambush by seeming to want to talk about peace. He forced Nagato to choose between killing Yahiko and Conan there. Yahiko begged Nagato to live with his dying breath because he believed Jiraiya's claims that Nagato would become the world's savior. This would be Nagato's second severe suffering. Devastated, Nagato collected Conan and Yahiko's bodies and attacked Hanzo's soldiers. He was able to murder everyone but Hanzo using the summoning, demonic statue of the Outer Path. Nagato, on the other hand, was left emaciated and with multiple chakra rods buried in his back as a result of the procedure. He renounced his allegiance to Omega by scratching through the sign of his Omega forehead protector, vowing to inform the village and the world about his sorrow. Yahiko's body would subsequently be included as the Deva path into the 6 paths of pain. Nagato led the rebellious forces in the Omega Civil War under the moniker Pain, and took control of the village by assassinating Hanzo. Then he strengthened his position as leader by assassinating everyone with ties to the previous boss. He helped Uchiha Madara create Akatsuki at some point, utilizing Omega as his center of operations.